party video! Hello! We have finished our Winnie-the-Pooh book club, and all along the way I have shared videos and posts just showing what we've done. And you can think of anything with Winnie-the-Pooh, anything with seasons, tie-in, especially if it's fall. Food always works for Winnie-the-Pooh. What I want to share with you now is what we did for our party. And we had a really fun time. What we did is we first pulled together, it happens to be fall, so the different families pulled together our fall decor, kind of pulled it off our shelves, and it worked really well for decorations for our party. So it was free decorations, as well as, let me show you some things that I prepared ahead of time for the party. We went to the dollar store and got a few things, and one was a Winnie-the-Pooh coloring book. And so the kids colored the pictures, and then we just cut them out and put them on construction paper cut like this, and we strung them all together on a string and placed them in front of the food counter it was a potluck for our party. So that was really inexpensive decorations. It was fun that the kids could participate with. And let's see, I also got some stickers from the dollar store, and I happened to find we had some shapes. So if you have any shapes, especially hexagon, works well for like a honeycomb look. You could put some stickers on the back and make a memory game. And if you don't have shapes like this, you could put stickers on the back of anything, blocks or anything, and make a memory game out of it. And then I printed out from clip art just some Winnie-the-Pooh characters, and they colored them, and I put it on some cardstock, and I taped this to Winnie-the-Pooh pens from the dollar store as well. And so far decorations total maybe $3. And then I made some collages for each child from pictures taken throughout the book club. And so it was a personal experience for each, personal gift for each kid. And I printed these at Walmart, but a lot of different places offer the collages. These are around between $2 to $3 each. I also used index cards, and I put stickers on the back of those, or images, I think it was clip art. And so we played a little charade game. We got there, we decorated the food area. I also made some North Pole signs, actually one North Pole sign, a South Pole sign, an East and a West Pole sign. And we just taped that onto some tall sticks around the property where we were meeting for our party. So we set up the potluck, we set up the decorations, we put the poles where they should go ahead of time. And for our potluck we had actually my oldest son, he made a chicken pot pie, and he makes it from scratch, and it's delicious. And then we had fruit slices, and I happened to have a little fondue pot. Got it from a bookstore, Barnes & Noble, in their clearance section. It was about $4 or $5. Anyway, it was perfect for caramel, and the kids could dip the fruit in the caramel. We had veggie sticks, and we had a fun dessert of these little cream puff balls shaped in a way that looked like a honeycomb, and bean dip and chips. So we set that all up, and then we began. All the kids brought their, whatever they had. If they had a special Winnie-the-Pooh stuffed animal, they brought that. And in the circle time, they were able to tell maybe where they got it, or where their special animal lives in the house, or do they have it in the bed with them. And so they had a little time to talk about that. And then we went on to our charade game. So the kids each pulled an index card from a bag, and it had, let's say, Kanga. And so the child would have to act out what Kanga would do without saying anything, and all the kids they had to choose or figure out who it was. And then we played the memory game with our shapes and stickers on the back. And then they gave presentations in front of the 100-acre wood mural they had all been working on together throughout the weeks. And some chose a song, a poem, and they did a great job. They had to practice it and most of them memorized it and presented it in front of their friends. Then we went out for our expedition to the North Pole. And so we started, like I said, with the West Pole, and then went to the South and the East because we wanted to end at the North Pole. The North Pole is placed in a sandbox, or it could be anywhere. You could just place it in some dirt. And we had our little pens with clip art. So at the end, when they got to the North Pole, they got a little prize. They got to choose a pen with their character on top. And it was a fun chance to talk to the kids about the North Pole and South Pole and the fact that there are not West and East Poles. But it was a fun activity that required movement and running around. And the older siblings, oh, it was so much fun. The older siblings paired up and they found ways to surprise the kids with ambushes. So that added an element of yelling and running and a lot of fun. The last thing was lunch and then handing out the picture collages to each kid. So I hope that gives you some ideas for what you can do with Winnie the Pooh. All right, take care. Bye.